This month on Roanoke County Today, we learn about a new sports initiative in the Valley, as well as meet a volunteer with our rescue department. This and more coming up.
Our four-legged friends make us smile all year long. Isn't it time we return the favor? The Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection needs your help to help keep these pets happy and healthy. Our goal is to keep pets in loving homes and out of shelters. You can make this happen by donating to the RCACP Food Pantry any time of the year. The following donations are needed: canned cat and dog food, dry cat and dog food, cat litter, and toys. Residents who need to pick up food can do so at 1510 Baldwin Avenue Northeast.
Welcome back to the show. I'm pleased to have with us today Bree Nitz with VBR Sports and Doug Blunt, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are glad to have you both here and talk about VBR Sports. So first, Bree, tell us what this initiative is.
Sure. VBR Sports, we launched it last month, and this is a sports initiative to, in one sentence, capture more sports tourism for our region. So VBR Sports falls under the Visit Virginia's Blue Ridge umbrella, and so it's a regional effort to capture the sports events that we currently have in our destination and get some more for our area.
Great. And so what makes this sports initiative different from any other?
Well, we are partnered together with the different regional jurisdictions. So we have the County of Roanoke, Franklin County, Botetourt County, City of Roanoke, and the City of Salem. So together we've formed together a sports council. So we have representatives from various capacities within each jurisdictions. We have directors of tourism, directors of parks and recreation, and then some other venue operators as well. So we're really bringing together a pool of specialists and experts in their field from each jurisdiction and forming the best coalition to bring more sporting events to our area.
That's great. You've got a large footprint.
Yes.
Great. And what types of sporting events are you looking to attract to our area?
Our region has done very well with softball, baseball, soccer, and we look to continue to grow those and keep those events that we currently do very well, but we're also going after some more diverse opportunities. We're interested in archery and disc golf and fishing tournaments and wrestling, so really trying to increase our footprint. One of the exciting areas that we're interested in is cycling, and we're patiently waiting on a designation from the International Mountain Biking Association for a ride center designation. So we really think that will boost our mountain biking footprint and there trickle down to some other cycling events that we can go after as well.
Wow, a lot of sports out there.
That's right.
Sure. And Doug, tell us what role Roanoke County plays in VBR Sports.
Well, we play a very important role, just like every other jurisdiction here in Visit Virginia's Blue Ridge. It's to work together to collaborate, to be able to compile facilities, but also be able to put together operations to be able to provide world-class national events right here in our own backyard and bring tourists from outside of this area into the entire Roanoke area, to where they're not only spending the night, but they're spending money with shopping, purchasing gas, meals for the families. And so what we want to be able to do is work with VBR Sports and our local partners to figure out what is the best way to connect the events with the venues that we have here locally. And so we're real excited about this initiative because not only have we always had a great collaboration here in the area, but this is allowing us to go after what we consider non-traditional type of events. Like Bree mentioned, we've been very successful with soccer and softball, baseball, and those type of events, but now we're able to look at other type of events such as Quidditch, being able to bring in wrestling, cornhole, disc golf, maybe things that historically that we have not seen in this area, but has a really large national following and ultimately provides a great positive economic impact for all of Visit Virginia's Blue Ridge.
Wow, and what will make this initiative successful?
Well, I think that, for it to be successful, we want to continue to see the growth in overnight stays, growth in economic spending, and that's what with the partnership that we've had as a region with Visit Virginia's Blue Ridge, we've continued to see records set every year in those different categories. And I think if we continue to see that growth, then we're already going to be successful.
And I'll couple with that too. Success for Visit Virginia's Blue Ridge and VBR Sports represents a plethora of different partners. So we have hotels and lodging and restaurants and attractions, and we have arts and culture. So we're really trying to make sure that all of our partners are feeling the impact that sports brings to the region. And so we bring folks in one time for one event, but our goal is to retain them and bring them back. Maybe not for a sports event, but maybe as a leisure traveler, and getting them into our restaurants. And if they're deciding on where to go for a family vacation, maybe they'll remember the great experience that they had at a tournament or a sporting event that they came to our region for, and they decide to come back.
Wow. And what are the plans right now? What are you all doing right now? What are your goals at the time?
Well, I mentioned the Sports Council, and I'm really listening to the voices of what our various jurisdictions are after, and then I'm making those happen. So making the contacts of the various sports events that they're looking to bring to the area. And then it's very important to remember that we're already very successful at hosting sporting events, and one of the goals is to keep those sports events here and happy. Right now, actually in 2017, group business for Visit Virginia's Blue Ridge, 69% of that was in the sports market. So it's really important to keep that number up and then enhance it and grow it. So there's already much success, and I'm here to continue that and build upon that.
Great. Well, where can people find more information about all of this?
We have a dedicated website, vbrsports.com, and there folks can find facility information. They can find news about upcoming events or new renovations to facilities, and just get an overall feel. It's a resource website to get an overall feel of our destination and our reputation for hosting successful sporting events.
Well, thank you both for joining us today and sharing more information, and I know people will look forward to all that comes into our area with this new initiative. Thank you. We'll be right back.
If you've ever had an emergency, then you know that in an instant, all you can do is put your life in the hands of the men and women who come to save the day. This is the mission of the Vinton First Aid crew. The Vinton First Aid crew is looking for volunteers who would like to help with their community. For more information on becoming a volunteer, call 540-983-0641, send an email to volunteer@vintonems.com, or you can visit their website at vintonems.com.
Well, this year, Explore Park reopens for the season officially with the opening of our gift shop and the visitor center right off the Parkway. It'll be a soft opening on Saturday, April 14th, but on April 15th, we're planning an event called Adventure Sunday, and we are going to have just a fabulous day in the park. Not only are we going to be showcasing all of the new items in the gift shop and have, discounts in the gift shop, but we're going to be highlighting the new amenities in the park this year for the season. We're going to be having an Explore Park treasure hunt, which is really going to be fun for everyone. We're also going to have a reptile show. We're going to have possums out there and all kinds of wildlife. We're doing all kinds of adventure walks and nature walks for folks to participate in, and all of these activities will be free for our grand reopening for the 2018 season. The other very exciting thing is that this year we plan on remaining open year-round. The park's always been open as far as for hikers and bikers, but I'm talking as far as the visitor center will remain open. We'll be able to continue with weddings and park rentals and all of those things throughout the season because of all the new amenities that we're adding to the park this year. So we're very, very excited about our Adventure Sunday. And this is going to be on Sunday, April 15th. The official time is going to be 11 to 5, but some of our hikes will start at 9, some at at 10. The bird walk starts a little earlier. Some of the nature walks will start earlier on that day. Different hikes for different interest levels. Okay, they're more like walks through the woods. We're going to have a bird walk, we'll have a nature walk, we'll have one talking about the wildflowers. So there'll be a variety of different topics to meet people's interests. Then in addition to that, all the groups that we're partnering with, they will be out there, all the environmental groups will be out there to talk with folks during the entire day, plus they will have other activities for folks to participate in. We're also going to have an outdoor gear expo, which I know folks are really, really going to enjoy that as well. And then some of the additional amenities that we'll have this year, and I'll give you a sneak preview, is going to be camping. We're going to start having camping open to the public, not just to groups. In the past, we've taken in a few groups during the year who wanted to camp, but this is really going to be public camping. Then there's a lot of other things that are happening in the park that we want folks to come out and see. So all of that will be available for folks to view and find out what it is that they'll be able to do at the park this season and for the coming years. Another activity that we're going to have at the park is a pop-up bakery, which are getting very popular all over, as well as a food truck. So you can come out and actually spend the entire day with us, have lunch there, get involved in all the activities. We'll also have pinwheels, a craft activity for the kids, and as I mentioned earlier, the treasure hunt, which I think will be very, very family-oriented. Just a great day in the park. It'll be Sunday, April 15th. We will start the official activities and the majority of the activities from 11 to 5, but as mentioned, some of the hikes will begin at 9.
The South County Library is now a designated passport acceptance facility. Passport applications are taken by appointment during these hours only, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Monday and Tuesday evenings, 6 to 8 p.m. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call the South County Library at 540-777-8782. Details are also located on the County Library website, roanokecountyva.gov/passports.
Welcome back to the show. We're here today at the Sheriff's Office talking with Chad the Healer. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to talk about a couple of things, but first is a new drug take-back box. Tell us a little bit about where the idea came from and how it was built.
Well, our first one we had built last year, or 2 years ago, excuse me, at Benton. Chris Overfelt's the motor sports and welding instructor. Him and the students actually constructed the box, and we have it placed here at the Sheriff's Office. We've had so much success with collecting unused prescription medication that Sheriff Orange decided it would be a good idea to maybe have a second box. So we coordinated with Vinton Police Department, and they were okay with us setting up a new box over there. So we had Chris Overfelt from Benton, again with his students, build another one.
That's great. And can you tell us a little bit about the box? What do you accept in there, and how successful has it been?
We accept any unused prescription medication. The only thing we don't accept are needles and aerosol cans. The success we've had since June of 2016, we've had around 630 pounds of pills dropped off.
Wow. It's really filling a void in the community because people aren't sure where to take these leftover prescriptions, and this is a great place.
That's correct, yes.
And so there's an additional place in Benton soon.
It's right. It should be another 2 or 3 weeks. It should be completed.
Okay, great. Why is it important to dispose of medications in this way?
Well, we're trying to avoid someone flushing them down the toilet and thus getting in the environment, as well as somebody that may be abusing the prescription medication. We want to take that out of their reach.
Okay, so that's really important for our community.
That's correct.
Okay. When are people able to drop off their prescriptions to the Sheriff's Office?
At the Sheriff's Office currently, we accept prescription medications Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. At the new location, it'll be the same time, and that location will be the Benton City Hall. Okay,
great. Okay. Another thing that we're talking about today here with you all is a new thing, this little library here that has been built. Tell us a little bit about this project. We actually got the idea from Fairfax County. They just implemented it not long ago.
and Sheriff Orange had it built here in the jail by one of the inmates and one of our deputies. They actually built it here on site. He took it home, Sheriff Orange took it home over the weekend and painted it, and those are his children's fingerprints all over it. It'll be here at the jail in our lobby where families come for visitation. A lot of times the kids will come with them. A lot of times they don't have anything to do. So we're going to have it filled with coloring books, as you see, as well as a lot of books. And it's not going to be a, take a book, leave a book. It's going to be take a book with you. Just take it home with you and finish it.
Sure. So I guess you're looking for donations for this box.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. If you'd like to donate, we'll take any books you have, children's books that is, that you have you'd like to donate.
Okay. Should people bring them here?
They could bring them here. I just ask that you email me first or call me so I can make sure that I'm here to get them.
Okay, great. And you're here at the Sheriff's Office?
Correct.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing these things with us today. I think this library will be a great addition for the children, and certainly appreciate you all in that fight against the opioid crisis, collecting the drugs.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Our community,
Our families.
our kids.
Look at the many faces of a foster family.
Fostering can make a huge difference in the life of a child in care and also to their family.
Roanoke County especially needs families who can care for siblings and our older youth.
Local families lead to local solutions.
Join the families who are fostering in Roanoke County and learn more about fostering a child today through your local Department of Social Services. Think if your car has airbags you don't need to wear a seatbelt? Think again. An unrestrained occupant can be seriously injured when striking an airbag. There are 3 collisions in a crash. The vehicle strikes something, the body strikes something, internal organs strike something if the body suddenly stops. Seatbelts slow the body instead of a sudden stop, which lessens the 3rd collision. Always wear a seatbelt, even if your vehicle has airbags. Remember, click it or ticket.
Welcome back to Roanoke County Today. My name is Brian Klingenpeel and I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator for Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. You may have heard the saying that March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Well, that's probably because March can be a volatile month for weather in our area. It seems like severe weather is most common during the spring, and so it's a good time to be reminded of some severe weather safety tips. Let's start with some garden variety thunderstorms that are common to our area during the spring and the summer. No place is safe outside when thunderstorms are in the area. If you are close enough to hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. So when you hear thunder, you need to get to safe shelter. Safe shelter is any kind of a substantial building or inside of an enclosed metal-topped vehicle. And you need to stay in that safe shelter for at least 30 minutes after you hear the last clap of thunder. Flooding is also common to our area simply because we live in a valley. Each year, more deaths occur due to flooding than any other thunderstorm-related hazard. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report that over half of those flooding deaths are caused by people driving into hazardous floodwaters. People often underestimate the power and the force of water, and yet they continue to ignore barriers that are set up to tell you that the road is flooded. A mere 6 inches of flood water can knock over an adult. It takes only 12 inches to move a small car, and 2 feet of flood water can take away almost any vehicle. It is never safe to drive into or to walk into floodwaters. Turn around, don't drown. While not as common as flooding or lightning in our area, tornadoes can happen anytime and anywhere, and so they should be taken just as serious as well. An important first step is to know the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning. A tornado watch simply means that conditions are favorable today for a tornado and that you should keep an eye out for other weather alerts, but you can go about your normal activities. A tornado warning is much more serious. It means either that a tornado has been spotted or has been indicated on radar, and that means that you should act immediately to get to your safe place. The safest place to be in a tornado is on the lowest level of whatever building you're in an interior room that has no windows. The largest cause of injury from tornadoes is flying glass and flying debris. So please stay away from windows during a tornado warning. Since we live in the mountains, a lot of people think that we don't ever get tornadoes here, and that is false. Tornadoes can happen here, and they do happen here, as we have seen over the past several years. One of the best things you can have to help keep you safe during any severe weather is a NOAA weather radio. These can be battery operated or hand cranked in case the power is out, and they give you all of the important weather information and alerts from the National Weather Service that you will need. There are also now many apps for your phone that can give you that important weather information as well. Roanoke County Fire and Rescue wants to wish you a safe and happy spring. If you need any more information about any of these safety tips or others, please feel free to call me at 540-777-8718, or you can find us on the web at roanokecountyva.gov/fire rescue. Roanoke County Today will be right back.
Anyone can start a fire, but who is strong enough to stop a fire? You. The goal of the volunteer firefight is to make Benton and the surrounding area a safer place to work, live, and play. The work is hard and the risk is real, but the reward of helping your neighbors is priceless. The Benton Volunteer Fire Department needs you. Please consider becoming a volunteer firefighter today. For more information, call 540-777-8706 or visit our website.
Participation in the Roanoke County Recycling Drop-Off Trailer Program has been increasing. The following etiquette tips will help our citizens receive the most benefit from the recycling program. Please break down any boxes before placing them in the containers. We currently accept mixed paper, plastics, and cans. Please do not place items with food residue in bins. Fill trailers to capacity. When the recycling trailer is full, please do not place items on the ground outside of the trailer. Visit another recycling trailer location. Please use the trailers properly.
Welcome back to the show. We're here today at Cave Spring Volunteer Rescue Squad talking with Volunteer Chief Glendon Robertson. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your background.
My background, I did 2 years at Virginia Military Institute. After I came home, the first weekend I was home, I was in a pretty horrific car accident. And after that, I wasn't able to go back because a big thing with VMI is being able to graduate with your class. So I kind of dove into a few other things, and I got into EMS.
Okay, and how did you become involved with this rescue squad?
The biggest thing for me is a faux pas is that I didn't want to run anywhere that I had family in my first run area, and Cave Spring is one of those, so I chose Cave Spring.
Okay, and how much training? I'm sure there's a lot of training involved. How much training is involved in becoming a paramedic or an EMT?
With being an EMT, it's about a 6-month class that we do also host here. They have that at Jefferson College. With being a paramedic, there are a few different ways to go about that. I went the longer version. I got my EMT first and worked as an EMT for a year, and then I got my intermediate and worked that as a year, and then I did the intermediate to paramedic bridge at Jefferson College and did that, and I've been doing that since.
Wow, so it took quite a while.
A little bit, yeah, about 3 years total time.
But worth it.
But worth it, yes.
Good. And what's your role as a volunteer chief?
My role as a volunteer chief is I oversee the daily operations of Cave Spring. I keep being told that I'm the face of the rescue squad if anything happens. I have a great group, a crew, and they make my job very easy. So I don't have to be mother hen, as they call me.
Great. About how many volunteers do you have here?
I have about 35 to 40 on our roster, and about 30 of those run full-time.
Wow, so that's an amazing group here, and everybody's a volunteer, so they're doing
100%.
it because they have a calling to do it.
Agreed.
Okay, are you looking for more volunteers?
Always looking for more volunteers.
What kind of person would make a good volunteer?
Young or old, eager to work, had any experience, haven't had any experience. We look for just about anyone has potential to be a volunteer, whether it's a driver or someone that's riding in the back of the ambulance. We always have a use for anyone that wanted to help out their community.
Are there any very specific requirements as far as physically able to lift or move certain things, or what are some of those very specific requirements people need?
Minimum age of 16 to join our rescue squad. We do accept high school students. They have a different set of hours that they would run on school nights. They can't run past 11. As far as lifting requirements, you have to be able to lift the stretcher with a person on it, but there's always, you don't have to do it by yourself. There's always help. So any, previous injuries, we wouldn't want to make that worse. So being able to lift a good amount of weight is good.
And so people have to have their paramedic or EMT training before they can come here to volunteer?
Not at all. No training is required.
You work with them?
They join on with us. They start their probationary period, and we help in finding them an EMT class to get into.
Okay, good. And this is a great opportunity. You said high school students, right? 16 and up. Do you see a lot of high schoolers coming through?
We do quite a few special activities with the various high schools, Cave Spring, Hidden Valley, North Cross, and we do see a lot of volunteer applications from those special activities that we help out with. It looks great on med school applications, people wanting to go to PA school. Anyone looking to get in the healthcare field in general is kind of a good place to start, kind of get your feet wet.
Right. What an awesome experience for them to get here, and hopefully they'll go to school and they'll come back to work here.
Yeah, we have quite a few people that have. We have a doctor that runs with us that is a resident at Carillion, where I work as well. We also have a life member here. She is a resident, a doctor in North Carolina. So we have quite a group that makes their way through. And
so does this station run 24/7?
We run Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Fridays are 6 p.m. to 12 noon Saturday, and from Saturday 12 noon to Sunday 12 noon, and Sunday 12 noon to 6 a.m.
Okay, so there are a lot of different options depending on what time people have.
Right.
Okay, and just in your personal opinion, how do you feel about being a volunteer?
I enjoy being a volunteer. I feel like there's less pressure of having a paycheck on the line kind of thing. Yes, we all work separate jobs and that pay our bills, but I always enjoy being a volunteer. I think the community sees us as kind of a staple, at least in this area. Especially with our 2 chicken barbecues that we have every year, and that's our biggest fundraiser. And so people know who we are in the community.
Sure. So it was a calling for you.
Definitely.
Great. Now, if people are looking for more information about volunteering here, where can they find that?
We have a website, csrescue.org. We also are on Twitter and on Facebook. Just look us up, Cave Spring Rescue Squad.
One more thing. Can people come by the station anytime and just check it out and see what you all are doing here? Or?
Anytime on the weekends is preferable. If they want to come by late evening around 6 o'clock, we'll probably be checking off the truck. But they are more than welcome to come by and look at what we have and what we do.
Great. So find you online or here at the station?
Correct.
Very good. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll be right back.
Roanoke Alert is a citizen alert and warning system that Roanoke County will use to notify all Roanoke County households and businesses affected by or in danger of being impacted by a local emergency or disaster. Notifications will include important information about the event and any actions, such as evacuation, that officials are asking people to take. Set up an account to add your VoIP telephone like Vonage or Cox, or a cell phone. Sign up today before disaster strikes and be prepared.